What kind of childhood creates a woman who cannot cry even at the most painful moments of her life? This is a story of Hagar Shipley, a girl raised without a mother, shaped by pride, and molded by a father who never showed love. Hi everyone, you're watching Philo Spark, and today we are diving into Hagar Shipley's childhood. Hagar's life story is not just about a woman's life, it is about walls we build within ourselves and the courage it takes to break them. Hagar is born in Manawaka town. Her house is a big brick house. It had her father Jason Curry and her two brothers and her housekeeper Auntie Dole. Her father Jason Curry had been the first merchant and had 4 farms which he rented as he was not interested in farming. He was very strict man who would beat his boys Matt and Daniel with birch twigs. They used to express their anger on her at times by beating Hagar with maple twigs. If she tried to scream, they would threaten her to cut her throat. Later, she came to know that their weakness, for example, Matt was nicknamed as four-eyed since he wore glasses, and Daniel got bedwetting habit, so she understood that they were cowards and would never dare harm her. So one fine day, she revealed that they were beating her to her father. So their father flogged them. Though Hagar felt very sorry for them, they never believed her. Jason Curry was really very hard on his children. He would make them do their homework, and he even would give sums to solve on days when they had no homework. So Hagar would pretend that she had lot of homework since she hated doing sums. Jason never married after his wife's demise. Auntie Dole would feel that he should marry her, but Hagar knew that her father would never marry a housekeeper and was never found to be talking to any women. But one day she found her father talking to her friend Lotte Dreiser's mother. By overhearing their conversation, she understood that they were in love. When Lotte's mother died of consumption, she ran to inform her father. He sympathized at the beginning, but realizing that Hagar is there, he said that it is not a great loss to their town. But when he heard that consumption is contagious, he was very shocked. Later, when she was sent to college instead of Matt, her father just replied that he was too old to go to college, and besides, he could learn everything from his own shop itself. So she was sent to college to dress up and behave like a lady. She felt very sorry for Matt. And after 2 years, when she returned, she had learned many things like embroidery, French, menu planning for meals, poetry, controlling servants, hairdressing, etc. Jason Curry was extremely proud of his daughter and announced that she would take care of his business. But she had the plan of teaching. But Jason refused, saying that it was not meant for decent people. See the prejudice against teaching job. He said that he would be misled and be attracted to wrong persons. Finally, she decided to obey her father by taking care of accounts and the household. Talking about Matt. Matt was saving some money in a box to buy a ship or go into tea trading or study law or a business. But he did not keep the money long. He bought a fight cock, and when it lost, he wrung its neck and buried it. This reference to cock is Matt's attitude to life. He had a mind to excel in life, but lacked the spirit and enthusiasm to tackle life. Then we have Daniel or Dan, Aunt Dole's favorite boy. He was weak and frail. One winter, while skating, fell into a hole in the frozen river. Though he was taken out immediately by Matt, he was affected by pneumonia. Dan became very weak and was crying for his mother. He was 4 when his mom died, but he hadn't forgotten his mother. He used to always have his mom's old plaid shawl. When he became very serious, Matt wanted Hagar to wrap it around her and hold her sick brother Dan tightly. But Hagar refused to do so because she never wanted to act like a mother. She couldn't imagine herself as a weak and frail like her mother. So finally, Matt himself wrapped his mom's shawl and held Dan gently in his arms. Anyway, Dan passed away after this incident. Matt Curry could never forgive his sister after this incident. So much so, when Hagar got married, he wanted to gift that shawl to her, but later relented and did not give it to her at all. While she was taking care of her father's business, he brought in many suitors for her. About 3 years later, she met Branton Shipley, who was a widower. His wife was Clara, who left him with 2 daughters, Jess and Gladys, and he was 14 years older to her. But yet Hagar was attracted to him. Though he behaved indecently with her, she wasn't hurt. In spite of the warnings that he had many affairs, an unrefined man, she resolved to marry him. When she revealed it to her father, he became very furious and refused it outright. But she married Bram without her father's consent. Matt, who married a year ago, didn't even come for the wedding. But his wife Mavis came and she gifted her an embroidered pillowcases as a gift. But Matt gave her nothing. Next day of her marriage, she visited her husband's home, which seemed very dirty. Though she never did such work at her home, here she decided to make her home presentable by scrubbing the floor. We shall see the rest of her story in the next video. Keep reading more, keep learning, and keep the spark alive. If this has helped you in your journey of learning, please do like, share, and